Okay, so here we are. Welcome to Pilates. Welcome those at home to our Pilates Fusion class. So I do have a ring and a ball here today as usual, but again, we won't do anything for those at home that do not have the equipment that we're using. We also do have little pads that we can sit on, because you'll notice when the hips are elevated above the legs, it just allows for a little bit more length through the torso, particularly the ribs and the hips, because we don't want to be, sitting like this. So feel free to use that if you'd like. And we'll go ahead, we'll get started. How about we just start just nice and easy, just taking those shoulders up by the ears and then just rolling them back and down, just working at your own pace, possibly beginning to connect with your breath here as we inhale and then exhale, rolling it back. Inhale up. Open mouth, exhale. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale through the nose, and there's a big exhale right there. Let's go take our hands to the outside of our shins here. We're going to lead with heart center for a little extension. As you just gently lift the chest, you'll notice the lower back drawing in. And then on an exhale, the belly draws in, pelvis curls under a bit, stretch. And then do that just a couple more times. Lift. And exhale. And then just one more, rising up. Right, here we go. And we exhale and go all the way back. Very nice. Let's go ahead and come on up, taking those fingers to the outside of the body. And we find our lateral stretch here. And then we just flow with that movement up and over. Keeping your sit bones on your mat, on your little blue pad there if you have one. And we go up and over and up and over. Let's do one more round. Our lateral stretch that feels so good. Up and over we go. And then we'll just take those arms here wide. Rotating from the shoulder, we'll rotate those arms up. And it's just a very small twist. It's just a small twist. And then come on back. Just let your eyes begin to travel with you. This is kind of a bit of a spine twist prep here. Just getting the spine warmed up, all directions here, rotation. And then we'll go ahead and release that. Let's just move into just a few cat-cows. So go over onto our knees. And again, if wrists are kind of an issue, you can find a little bit more of a cupping feeling with the fingers, particularly more of the weight on those finger pads. Let's take an inhale, finding our cow pose here. And then on an exhale, stretch into cat. Feel those shoulder blades open and stretch, tailbone drops. And then just moving with your breath, moving at whatever pace feels good, maybe even holding that cat stretch, making sure the crown of the head drops, the tailbone drops, getting the full benefit of the stretch. We'll do one more inhale. Exhale. So then we'll find a neutral position here. Your shoulders move away from your ears. We're looking for core stability. As we take the left leg, stretch it out. It goes right about hip height. Your foot flexes. Big stretch through the back of the leg. Right arm goes up. Eyes are down. Finding your breath. Noticing stillness if possible. Then we'll release that. We're just noticing whatever's happening. There may be a little wobbling going on as well. Let's take right leg, we send it out, we lift it up, flexing the foot, left arm goes out. Again, just noticing what's happening, feeling that gentle bracing here through center. We'll release that. Let's go again. We're going to take right arm, left leg, sending it out, lifting it. Eyes are down, leg is right about hip height, belly strong. Let's pulse this up. We go 8, 7, lift, lift, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold and open that, open and close. And one more time. Let's open and close and bring that in. Okay, left arm, right leg. We reach it out to where we have nowhere to go but up. Then we go up right here, belly strong. Let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, lift, lift, 3, 2, 1. And then we open when you're ready. And close when you're ready. Let's do one more. Maybe an inhale to open and an exhale to close. And we'll release that and we'll find a seated position now. So continuing to warm up in our half rollback. So let's talk about half rollback a little bit. I'm going to take my ball and put it between my thighs. My knees are towards the sky. My feet are flat. I'm going to take my hands right behind my thighs, maybe even drawing those sit bones a little bit more behind me because I want as much length as I can. The collarbone is open. Now here, as I draw the belly in, I feel my pelvis rotating under. So I'm looking for flexion here in the spine, using the core to flex your spine. And then we're coming up, good. And then we're exhale, flex. So even find that there in the rib cage area. Feel those shoulder blades open up a little bit. And then we come on up. So it's not just core work that we're doing right here. Of course, we are doing it, but we're also looking to find some mobility in the spine, finding flexion in the spine as you take it back. Bring it up. So from the tailbone all the way where the chin drops, there's some level of flexion happening. And then we come on up. Let's do that one more time. Let's roll it back. You can use your hands a little bit to bring yourself up. And then we're going to take those arms. Our collarbone here is very wide, shoulder blades down. Let's scoop, rotating that pelvis under. So the chest here is soft. We don't want a lifted chest. We want a soft chest. And then we come on up. So that's how you'll find that thoracic flexion, by softening here through the chest. Let's rise up. Let's do a couple more. Exhale, we roll. Maybe even squeeze that ball a little bit to come on up. And we go back. And we inhale up. Let's go ahead and go back and hold right here. If you have that ball, give it a little squeeze. Send your tailbone a little bit more towards your heels. Notice that firing. One arm goes up, doesn't matter which. And then it goes down and the other arm goes up. And then it goes down. Let's do that one more time. Keep squeezing that ball. That will help you out. And lift and down. And let's go ahead and come on up. Very good. Let's go ahead and keep our ball if you have one. If you don't, no big deal. Just keep those knees to the sky. And we're going to roll our way down. So just feel the pelvis continue to scoop all the way. All right, and then we can bring those feet in, knees to the sky. Let's find those easy pelvic rocks. So our pelvic rocks, we're not moving here with a lot of muscle. We just feel more of just I mean, of course the muscles have to move the bones, but you're not too much into the muscles, into the glutes. It's just a gentle rocking back and forth. Just rock it back and forth. You'll notice as you go into that imprint, the pubic bone goes a little bit higher than those sit bone or than your hip bones. Let's go ahead and hold that imprinted position. Take a moment, notice your lower spine on the mat. Feel that heaviness through the upper mid back. Then we're going to lift the tailbone and peel the spine. We're just going to move it the best we can, one joint at a time, into bridge, resting heavy on our shoulders. So you feel those shoulder blades on the mat. We don't want to go too high up. Let's take an inhale and then exhale. Let's soften through the chest as we roll the spine. Once again, take your time, move one joint at a time. Feel that shifting into neutral, and then your pubic bone and hip bones are all in that same horizontal plane. Let's do that again. We imprint. Tailbone lifts, we roll. Very therapeutic move right here. We're going to hold right here. Take your arms, lift them all the way up overhead. Eyes to the sky. Exhale, let's roll. Good. And then those arms come down. Let's keep those arms long by our side for a little ab prep in this way. It's a little more challenging because in the neck area. So we're not going to do too many, but we're going to inhale here. Exhale, come on up, reach those fingers. So you're reaching your fingers towards your heels, eyes between your legs. And then we'll go back down. Let's just do 3 more like that. Chin drops, exhale. Climb your way up, keeping the tips of the shoulder blades still on the mat. And then we'll go down. And we'll do that 2 more times. Chin drops, Exhale, reaching those fingers towards the heels, ribs glide to hips. And then we go back. How about one more like that? Come on up. And then we'll release. Okay, let's add on to that. We're going to take our hands behind our head. Using your hands to lengthen the back of the neck for the chin to drop. Exhale, let's come on up. Let's keep those shoulder blade tips still on the mat. Now we're going to tap behind our thighs. Then we lift, come up a little bit higher, losing the connection of those shoulder blades. Let's hold right here. And then we go back. We're going to do that 3 more times. Find the tips of your shoulder blades. Notice them. Tap behind your thighs. Come on up a little bit higher. We hold here. And then go back. Holding through the change happens. Come on up. Tap. Lift. Let's hold and breathe. Come on back. You have 1 more. Exhale. Inhale, tap. Exhale, come on a little bit higher. Let's inhale, hold, and exhale. We'll release right there. Okay, let's just go ahead and put that ball aside if you have one. So now we're moving into a position with our legs that are coming up off the ground, off the floor. So you want to decide, do I want to work in more of an imprinted position, maybe neutral, maybe just a little bit of a posterior tilt to keep the core engaged. But we're looking for stability as we float the right leg up, and then we float that left leg up. So our legs are in about a 90-degree angle here. Definitely not down here. Don't want that. Maybe they're slightly open. That's fine. We'll go into our leg floats as you tap your toe and then bring it back. So just allow yourself just to kind of float through the air. Those legs are floating to the air. Your focus is on staying stable here through center. You want to make sure that the lower back isn't lifting to any type of extension beyond neutral. So if you feel that happening, you may want to move into more of an imprinted, stable position for yourself. Let's do 1 more round. Tap and lift. Last one, and lift. Hold right here. Feeling those thigh bones dropping down into the hip joint. Let's take those arms, lift them. Drop your shoulders. So if they're lifted here, boom, drop them down. Dead bug. Right arm, left leg. Reach. Bring it back. So again, we're noticing the moving parts of the body. We're really focusing on stability through center as we feel the arm and the leg moving away from the core of the body. Staying strong, really digging deep in our Pilates class into those stabilizing muscles. Reach and back. Let's do 1 more round. Reach and back. Last one. Very nice. Okay, let's pull that in. Give that a little breather there. Maybe turn your ankles a little bit. That's good. Just gonna twist around. That ankle movement's always nice. All right, let's take those arms out to the side. You feel wide through the collarbone. Your eyes are to the sky. And then we're gonna rotate, lifting the whatever hip you want. It doesn't matter, whatever hip you want. But that opposite shoulder stays on the mat. Use your exhale to come on back. And we go to the other side, making sure that those knees stay in alignment. One is not dropping behind the other. And we come on back. So that may mean that you need to back off a little bit on how far you're twisting. So before we move, begin the breath. The breath begins, then you move. And let's do that again. And we'll twist. And then we move. Maybe just 1 more time. Twist and move. Let's take left leg down, and then right leg is going to climb its way up. Take your hand behind your thigh. Let's do a few little stretches as we bend that knee and stretch it up and bend and stretch, and 2 more. Bend and stretch, and 1 more. Bend and stretch. Holding here, flex your foot. Let's drag it away. Really reach it away. Drag your heel in, knee to shoulder, stretch, reach. In and up and push. Let's do 1 more. In and up and stretch and push. Let's go ahead and just stay with that leg, that right leg. Just bring it up. Send your left leg long. So we're going to go ahead and lift the hip here and then just cross that leg over. And then bring it up. And then just do that 3 more times on your own. So your shoulder stays on the mat. Hip lifts. Bring it up. And 2 more times. Over. And lift. And 1 more. Over. Hip lifts here. And bring it up. And we'll bring that in. That foot goes down. Opposite leg. Let's bring it up and go into our stretches. We'll bend and stretch and bend and stretch and 2 more. Reach. 1 more. There we go. We'll hold right here, flexing that foot, reaching it towards the sky. Let's reach it away, drag it in, bring the knee in, stretch and push. And 2 more. In and up, extend. And 1 more, in, up, stretch, and push. Okay, that opposite leg can go long. Bring that leg up. Arms can go here to the side if you'd like. And you just lift that hip, crossing the leg. And then bring it back. So you're just working on your own. These little gentle twists are good and helpful. 2 more. Over you go. Up you go. Let's do 1 more. Over. And up. Let's go ahead and bend that leg and bring ourselves up to a seated position. We'll grab our little white foamy pads. Okay, we are ready for spine twist. Spine twist, you can have your legs long if you want, or if it's more comfortable, go ahead and cross them. So both are good. Most people probably need that the crossed position just to stay long through the torso. If you're long through the legs, just make sure the feet aren't pedaling. Let's take those arms out here. Find some length. Let's go ahead and twist. Twist a little further, and then we go a little further, and then come back. All right, here we go. We're going to twist, twist a little further. Come on back. Make sure that work is right here. We'll bring it up to some pulses. We'll twist, twist, and pulse. Come on back. Each pulse, go a little bit further. Come on back. Twist, twist, twist. Come on back. Feel that wrapping of the rib cage as you twist. Come on back. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. There's a tendency to want to lift those shoulders by the ears when we're feeling tension in the body. Come on back. Let's do that 1 more round. Twist, twist, twist. Come on back. 1 more. Come on back. And release that. If you have a circle, you can grab it. If not, you can just have your hands like this. So that's one of the key components with Pilates. There is tension in the body. We are intentionally creating tension, but we want to create it appropriately and where it belongs. Right now, it belongs right here. Shoulders are stable. We inhale. Let's go ahead and we twist. Twist, twist. Further. Come on back. Let your eyes travel around the room. Twist at the same level. Good. Come on back. Twist, twist, twist. Come on back. Use your breath. Really use your breath. This is one where folks tend to hold their breath. We want to use it. And back. 1 more round. Twist, 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 and come on back. Good job. Okay, we're going to go right into saw. So we're going to take the first couple rounds a little more slowly, and then we pick up the pace, so just allowing saw to be fluid. Your feet can be flexed if you'd like. If you want a soft ankle, you can do that too. You can have your knees bent if you would like. Let's go ahead. We first rotate, little finger to little toe as that back arm reaches, big stretch there. Let's climb our way up. And then come forward and twist. Big reach, find it. Come on up. So we don't push through it. We just find the natural range that the body can move to, but we do want to find it. You don't want to stop until the body just naturally puts on those brakes and said, that's it. Usually the little telltale sign is one of those sit bones lifting up. You don't want to go any further than losing the contact, or you don't want to go any further before you lose contact with one of those sit bones. Come on up. And then just flow with your breath. Let's let saw just move fluidly today. It's just a nice, gentle movement of the body. Big stretches. Hamstrings are a tough thing, so here we are. Just trying to open that up, but we're getting some upper body stretch as those arms are reaching in opposition. So there's lots of oppositional reaches in Pilates, whether it's in our arms, sometimes it's within the legs. Let's go one more side. Here we go. Twist. Good, and bring that up. Let's go right into our spine stretch. Another, pretty challenging Pilates move. If you want your legs here, you can. Maybe even you want them in this type of position. That's fine too, okay? So we're gonna take those arms up. Our focus is stretching here in this upper mid back between the shoulder blades. Keep the pelvis vertical as we go up and over that beach ball and stretch, stretch. And then we rebuild. So if you can imagine a wall behind you, we're gonna gently glide up that wall, and then my chin drops, my head releases from the wall, my upper back releases from the wall, but my pelvis stays connected to the wall. And then I'm gonna bring myself up. We'll do one more like that. Climb up your wall, exhale, we go over, peeling off the wall. Inhale, we climb. Okay, we're gonna do our little add-on. We're gonna go up that wall, no tension there in the shoulders. Exhale, we go over the ball. Now our eyes lead the way. As our eyes lift, the pelvis shifts forward. Your spine here is long. Come on up. Over your ball. So you may just be shifted, maybe just about an inch right there, but you can feel it. Let's do that one more time. Exhale up and over. Inhale, reach, stretch. Exhale, let's move. And release that. Good. Let's just do a little bit of a stretch here. So we just go over to one side, and bring yourself up, and we go other side. And up. Let's do that one more time. Over and up and over and up. Woo. Okay, those lateral stretches are a lot. It's good work though for staying open here in this side body and in the rib cage. Let's go right into our roll up. So we all know our options with roll up. I'll start off with single leg if that's new to anybody for single leg roll up. If roll up is a challenge for you, just go ahead and stay with half roll up, right? That's kind of the prep to full roll up. Using the ring is also a good option. So I'm going to draw, rotating my pelvis under as I control my way back. My chin drops, and then I peel my spine off the mat one vertebra at a time. Let's make sure that we don't end here. We want to end it tall, and then we start again. Just here working at your own pace. So if roll up is something that you've never just done at home on your own, I would encourage you to try. You might find it easier just working at home on your own. Because sometimes we get a little tense. We can switch that out when you're ready. Sometimes when there's extra tension in the body, roll up can be a bit more challenging. So just like half roll back, we are working on core strength, but we're also working on mobility in the spine. That's why this ring can be helpful. If you don't have a ring, you don't have to use it. You can just have your hand Okay, if you're ready and you want to work into full roll up, you can do that. If you want to just stay switching out with single leg roll up, you can do that. Options, you can use the ball, you can flex your feet, you can have a parallel leg, you can have an externally rotated leg. So it's just something that you want to play with to find what works best for your body to keep your lower body anchored as you move the upper body. So we want to keep those inner thighs strong. We want to feel a connection through the back of the legs on the mat. So sometimes having a flexed foot and feeling that energetic reach through your feet can be helpful. We'll just do 2 more here. Making sure that those arms, when they go overhead, that the lower ribs don't pop up. We want to keep that rib cage connection. And as you come up, feel the lower ribs draw down, and that helps to bring you up. Very good. Lower ribs draw down. Very nice jump. Okay, let's just all meet on our back. That was a lot of roll up. We'll meet on our back as we move into our ab series. Okay, so for our ab series, let's start with single leg stretch. Those legs will come into reverse table. You can always keep your head on the mat. If you have a ball or a pillow, you can just keep your head on the ball or a pillow. That's good. If you'd like full expression of single leg stretch, the belly draws down, and then we come up. One knee comes in, opposite leg goes out. Wrap, lift your elbows, and then we go. It's a reach, and it's a reach, and your belly's drawing down. Here's another example of that oppositional movement. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's bring that in. Let's go reverse table. If you need a little bit more of an imprinted position, let's find it here. Because we're going to stretch those legs up, big stretch through those hamstrings. And then we're going to reach them out without the spine lifting off the mat. And then we come in. It's a release. Let's go up and out and in and up and out and in. And one more, you go up and out and in, and then we reverse it. Send it out from the lower belly, lift, and then bend. Out, lift, bend. 2 more. Out, lift, bend. 1 more. Stretch, lift, bend. Okay, let's just pull that in for a minute, maybe rotating the legs a little bit there in the hip joint. And then let's just put the feet down on the ground. Okay, so with our oblique work, we want the lower body, we don't want the lower body shifting around. We want to feel the sacrum heavy and stable in the mat. We're going to take the hands behind the head. Let's take left shoulder and lift it over to the right. And then we go back. Maybe you touch, maybe you don't. Let's go over to the other side, lifting the right. And then you go back. So maybe that head goes all the way back to the mat. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you just stay in this working zone. It's traveling right to left. Take a break if you need it. Focus on the lower body staying stable. If the pelvis is not shifting around, lift the shoulder. Take your eyes with you. Just 1 more round. Left and back. Lift and back. Let's release that. Okay, we've got the hang of it. We'll go into full expression of crisscross. It's called a lot of things. Pilates, we call it crisscross. Hands go behind the head. Let's start by just coming up right here. I'm going to take my left or my right leg. My right leg goes out. My left knee comes in. And then I'm going to twist. And then I twist. And then you just stay with that pattern. Really reach your leg. Really send it out long. Keep your leg strong. Lift your kneecap. It's a long, straight leg. Reach, reach, reach. We have 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And bring that in. Go ahead and give that a break. Ab series it can be a long series as we move through it. Okay, the double leg lower, lots of options. You can use your hands and draw them underneath your sacrum. just to protect the lower back and give yourself a bit of a tilt there. Now my legs are going to come up, and I have options here. I can stay in this 90-90 position. We'll start with that for 4 as I open through the hip flexor and then come on up. So notice the angle of my knee is not changing. I'm not dipping and bending at the knee. I'm opening through the hip flexor, the front of the thigh, to lower the legs. Go down, down. Exhale, let's do one more. Down you go. Exhale up, good. You can stay with that for 4 more. Maybe you want to stretch those legs up, squeezing them, externally rotating them, and then take it down. And then from the lower belly, you go up, making sure that you're stable through the back. No tension there, right? 2 more. Down you go. Up. 1 more. Down. Okay, good work. Let's just release that. Good job. Maybe open the legs here a little bit. How about just shake it out with some windshield wiper? Yeah, that kind of brings me to a different move. It's not a traditional Pilates move, but the concepts, the principles are the same. We're going to take the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to release. Now you feel the soles of the feet kind of pushing together, so you feel some tension there. Your hands go behind the head. Your eyes stay towards the sky. All we're going to do is hover. Just come on up and hover, really working that lower core right there. And then you go down. So we're not dropping the eyes and flexing there in the neck. Your eyes just stay to the sky as you hover. Keep pressing the soles of the feet together. Let's do that 3 more times. Hover and down. Lower belly draws down and I hover. And down. Exhale. And 1 more. Up and down. Let's stay up and just hover here. Tap your right rib cage towards your right hip. It's a sway. And then go to the other side. Just 1 more like that. It's a tap and a tap and come back. Woo, okay, I think that's good enough here. Let's bring those knees up. Bring your feet in towards your sit bones. Feet are about hip distance apart, arms are long. So as you push down into your feet, you feel those hips lift up, up, up. So again, we're heavy in the shoulders. If we were in a yoga class, we might be in more of an extended spine position, but that's not where we are. That's not where we are in our Pilates class. We're heavy in the shoulders, hips are level. You notice the inner part of your foot. Keep that connected. You notice your heel. And let's lower the hips. And let's do that again. We go up, 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 up. Finding that stretch through the front, finding that firing through the back. If you'd like to walk through the feet, you can, keeping those hip bones level. 1 foot goes up and then it goes down. So be very mindful. So as you push into 1 foot, as that other one lifts up. So we're not going quickly with this. We're finding the sole of our foot and gently pushing into the ground as that opposite one floats up. Lift. Be mindful that the hips stay level. We can do 1 more round if you'd like. Up. And up. Ooh, and then just go ahead and release that all the way down. Let's just roll up here for a moment. Do just a little bit of work on our knees. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So we'll find ourselves in a kneeling position. I'm going to take 1 leg out. My hands will go behind my head. I'm going to feel some length here. And then I'm going to go up and over towards that leg that's extended. And then bring myself up. So feel your head push a little bit into your hands. So we're going to lift up and over. Ooh, should be pretty intense. It's like a little slinky. We're going to go up. Nice. Let's take those arms out. I'm gonna send my booty back here. My hand is gonna go to the outside of my knee. And then I'm gonna bring that forward. Your hand can go behind the head. Maybe your leg lifts, maybe we're gonna pulse this. Go up, 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 lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring that in. And then we go to the other side. So that foot goes out, arms go behind the head. So hip over knee. Feel, it's just kind of a gentle kind of traction feeling. As you gently lift here, just like a slinky, we go up. Bring it up. So your head's gently moving into your hands. Lift. Little slinky right there towards that extended leg and one more. Good. Release that. So now I'm going to send my booty back, hand out to the side, bring it forward. Hand can go behind the head. Maybe you lift. Maybe you pulse. You want your tailbone long. If the booty's kind of popped out, it makes it hard. So kind of draw that tailbone in. We go up, up, up. Good. Breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Bring it down. Let's go right onto our side for some side leg work. So we're going to just make our way down however you want your mat, however it's best to see. Just find that option. Let's bring those legs a little bit forward into a diagonal here. And then we're going to rotate them. So my heels are connected, but my toes are not. My hips are stacked. I'm going to drag my toe up. I'm going to lift my knee towards my shoulder, and then I'm going to reach it. I'm going to push. I'm going to do that 3 more times. Drag, lift, stretch, and push. 2 more. Drag, lift, stretch, and push. Let's go again. Drag, lift, stretch, and push. Let's reverse that. Now we're going to go up and bend, reach. Good. Up, bend, lead with that big toe. Up, bend, reach. 1 more. Up, bend, reach. Hold right here. Little circles go forward. Pelvis is stable. Circling. Let's reverse those circles. Stay with your breath. Very good. Okay. We'll just go up and down from here. We're going to go up and down and up and down. Lift. So I'd like for you to find a little bit of lightness on the underside of the body. Keeping the hip bones stacked. Up and down. Up and down. We'll do 2 more. Up, down, last one, and down. Let's go right into clam as you bend your knees. Heels are about in line with your sit bones here. We'll lift. Let's do 8 clams. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and then we lower the feet. This leg is going to stretch. So notice right here. So this top hip bone, I don't want it drawing in towards my ribs. I want to feel length right here. So we want to feel length. We want to feel lightness. Let's flex the foot. Kick it forward. Kick, sweep it back. So just like you're brushing yourself across a very small, short table. You stay level to the ground and you kick and sweep. Let's do 1 more. Kick and sweep. 1 more. Challenging work today. Sweep and bring that in, and we'll go to the other side. Other side. Okay, so again, it's not just the moving part. We're going to take those legs to a slight diagonal, hinged at the hips. We're going to rotate the legs. I'm going to feel light on my underside. I'm going to feel length on my top side. I'm going to drag my leg, lift it, stretch it, push, drag, lift, stretch, and push. And 2 more. Drag, lift, stretch, and push. And 1 more. Drag, lift, stretch, and push. We'll reverse it. Now it goes up and bend. Lead with your big toe and reach and up and bend and reach. And 2 more. Up and bend and reach. And 1 more. Up and bend. Reach, hold right here, belly strong as we circle forward. Woo, you notice that core really turns on as that leg begins to circle in the hip joint. And then we reverse those circles. Circle back. Stay with your breath. Good, all right, let's hold that here. We're gonna go up and down, up and squeeze. Lift. Again, feel that lightness on the underside of the body. Keep some length here. We don't want this upper hip bone kind of doing that. We want to make sure we just stay long. That may mean that that leg doesn't go quite as high, but it actually is. It's just that you're in the proper form. Up and down. We do a few more. Lift. Reach through your heel. As that heel goes down, that leg is getting longer, and let's do 2 more. 1 more. Good. All right, let's bend those knees. That feels good. We can lift. Heels are about in line with those sit bones as we go for 8. 8 and down. 7. Exhale. Make sure you're noticing your breath. We don't want to hold it, creating more tension. We want to leave class feeling energized. And I lost my count, so we'll do 2 more. That will be close. It should be within 1 or 2. Okay, let's go all the way down here. Now this leg is going to reach out. We're going to feel that. So again, we don't want to feel hiked up. We want to create some length here. Lightness on the underside. Flex your foot. Kick. Sweep. Kick. Sweep. So I notice my hip area definitely wants to move as I work through this particular exercise. So maybe I'm not going to go quite as far forward, quite as far back, because this is a core exercise as well. Let's do 1 more. Very good. How about wherever you are, we're just going to turn onto our bellies. In this particular move, we want our lower body to stay connected to the mat. We want to feel open and long through the lower back. So you gently move the tailbone a bit towards your heels. Your arms come into a breaststroke position. Roll your shoulders back. Feel your belly gently lift. And then we're coming up. We're taking our time because we're continuing to find length as we lift. And then you go down. Keep those legs connected. Roll those shoulders back. Come on up. Exhale down. We have 1 more. Nice. Okay, now we're going to just add on as we take one hand on top of the other. Relax those shoulders, forehead to hands. Find that length once again through the tailbone. And then we're going to lift right here. And then we're going to reach those arms. And then we're going to climb our way up a little bit further. And then travel those arms around. 2 more. Up, out, lift, lift, lift. Careful in the neck. And 1 more. Up, out. Climb your way. And bring back. Let's find child's pose if that feels good for you. Sending those hips back. And maybe in child's pose, you can even walk yourself over to one side if that feels good. So we're at the part in class where we're just doing what feels good. If there's another stretch that may feel better for you, feel free to go for it. How about We come into tabletop to make our way into a standing position as we curl those toes, hover the knees, belly strong right there. Then you feel your hips go up, 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 and then back. You want to pedal the feet, feeling your hands gently pressing down and forward.
Attention live Universion guests, could Stacy Dow come to the plane learn? Stacy Dow to the plane learn, thank you.
I'm going to walk my feet towards my hands, or maybe your hands come towards your feet, or maybe they move together here. Relax your neck, your shoulders, big generous bend there in the knees, and we're going to draw the belly in and make our way to a standing position all the way up. Let's roll those shoulders back. Okay, interlace the hands. We want to end tall and long. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Big exhale. We'll release right there. Okay, all right, another Pilates Fusion class. Great job.